Howdy guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video of Westland Survival. How we doing? Hope you guys are well. Welcome to update 7.1, expanded tier 6 adventures. Embrace the tier 6 with rare armor, weapons and dishes. Engage in tier 6 bounty hunt quests and limited time events. Plus all ranching buildings are now upgradable to tier 6. Awesome, can't wait to do that. New pets, Boreal wild animals can now be lured. Additionally, the odds of breeding all higher level pets have been boosted, which is actually a really nice thing to see. And enhanced trading options, new exchange possibilities in Silverton, upgrade fabric rolls to higher tiers and at the trader, and swap spices for salt with the bartender. I was actually hoping that would have been the other way around, that I could swap salt for spices, because I've actually got a lot of salt as opposed to spices. So that's something I would have liked to have seen myself personally, but look, it is what it is, right? So yeah, update 7.1, we are about to get into it. I haven't actually logged into the game, as you can see. I've been hanging out for this because, oh, there we go, finished off my my day 28, and we are going to roll over to the next 28 days, which is always a nice thing. So I just got that happening, but I wanted to sort of give you guys a bit of a quick rundown, a bit of a quick video, and yeah, just go through a couple of the other bits and pieces that we have to show you guys today. So what I wanted to do is actually, I'm going to fix myself up, get myself ready to go, and when we get back I will go through some of the other bits and pieces. Alright, and after I've sorted myself out, I wanted to run through a couple of things with you with regards to the actual update as well, because I sort of tend to go and try and read up on the actual full-blown update, not to particularly what's only on the screen when we actually arrive into the game, but I want to jump onto the actual website and do some patch notes, and I want to show you a couple of things as well, which I'll do in a moment. But first thing I wanted to sort of point out, and there was got to check Silverton, because it does say spice. In order for you to get spice, you can submit salt, but then on the patch notes, as we jumped into the game, it mentioned the other way around. So I'm not too sure about that, so we may have to check Silverton with regards to that. But one thing I wanted to actually show you guys as well, and they've actually updated this, is if you want to get if you want to craft a reinforced marble block, you actually need marble block now, and not so much the marble itself, which actually to me makes sense. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place, but so I think that might have been an oversight, but it is what it is. But to me, that adds a little bit more realism to the actual resource that you're actually going to craft. So as you can see, I've got a ton of marble blocks, so I'm actually happy that they've actually updated that, because for a little while I was running around picking up marble anywhere I could to, have this anticipated in future upcoming builds and things like that. So now I don't really need to worry about that, because I've got a sufficient amount, and I've got additional amounts should I need it further down the line, which is a great thing. But on that as well, I am ready. Oh geez, I am ready to upgrade the stonecutter to the tier 6 as well, so I'll be able to, do that a little bit later on, which is a nice thing. And carpenter table is already ready to go. I've already got that on tier 6, so we are good to go with that. And honestly, I should be able to make the leather dryer, should be able to do that to level 6. I just need the elder log, which is obviously not that hard to find. This is going to pose a little bit of problem. The loom should be not much of an issue, because once I upgrade the leather tanner to tier 6, I'll be able to make the stout leather, as you guys can see there, which is always a positive thing. So realistically, once I start now jumping into tier 6, I can craft a lot more, and I can get a little bit more on the go as well. What's stopping me at the moment is the generator. Okay, so I did go through this in a previous video. I am trying to add my hardest to get the necessary componentry for this generator here, up to 12 here. I've got 15 nuggets, so that'll basically get me to 15, and then I've only got 5 more to go. That'll allow me to finish that off, and then we can actually start manufacturing tier 6, and that'll be great. I can't wait for that to happen, and we can sort of get that happening as we go along. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is, and I'm just going to sort of stay here for a little wee bit, but I am just going to refer back to my computer because I am recording off the computer at the moment, and there we go. So what you guys are going to be seeing here is now in part and partial with 7.1, it's the tier 6 rare and some a couple of common recipes for resources and clothing and armor and weaponry and things like that to what you guys can expect off the bat. Now this is basically a massive upgrade and increase right across the board, and this is going to properly differential. Oh god, I can't even say that. It's going to basically set it a cut above tier 5. It's going to give you guys purpose to go and try and get tier 6 stuff. Okay, if we look at the top, you've got the Klondike armor kit, so from hats, jackets, pants to boots. As you can see, the durability on it is insane, the defense is insane, the cold protection is pretty much the best in the game at the moment. But then you've got these special stats as well. You've got attack speed, which is one thing, so that's going to give you 40 attack speed above what you've actually got at the moment, and that's before any sort of rings, necklaces, or anything like that, buffs, all that sort of stuff, right? But also gives you firearm resistance, slowdown in snow drifts as well as part of the buff. Then you've got the Devil Cub Sloth. That's 2400, insane. That's a huge HP recovery. Yeah, and then you've also got the Cracker with the special medicine. That's 2500, so it's a little bit more than your actual player. And the reason for that is it's obviously accommodating for tier 6 pets as well. So those tier 6 pets, expect them to be quite high in terms of their own HP, and that's probably the reason why that you're going to want to get those further down the line. And then we've got some other weapons a little bit further down. We've got the Parabellum. Now that's a 2200, nearly 2300 weapon, 300 durability, which is insane, 30% critical strike chance. And then you've got the Humpback. I don't know what the Humpback is, but it is a weapon. It's a gun that's got more attack power, nearly 2500, and it's again 30% strike chance, and it's got a little bit more durability, so 330, which is nice. And then the Crag Jorson, which I think a lot of you guys would want to get your hands on, 2700, nearly 2800, 2750 damage. That's insane, huge. Armor penetration, look at that, 156, attack speed 100. This is going to be the weapon of choice for a lot of people to try and get it crafted and then try to maintain the bugger throughout. And then obviously you're hoping that you want to get more blueprints so you can actually increase its capabilities as well. Because look, 100%, if we're looking at the Humpback and the Crag Jorgensen, I would suspect those guys to go over 3000 attack damage. That's just my humble opinion. I feel like that you guys can crank that up. But yeah, that's one thing I'm looking at. And then we've got the Val, is it a Dirk Dagger? That's what it looks like. I'm trying to sort of zoom up here. You guys should be able to see it a little bit better on my end here. Oh, here we go. Now I can actually look at it. I just zoomed in. There we go. 1434. And armor pen 112. Actually, I noticed the Crag Jorgensen doesn't have the 30% critical strike chance. It's obviously by design. They're not going to actually give you everything related to the weapon. So honestly, if you're looking at it, between the Crag Jorgensen and the Humpback, I think they're the two weapons to look at, and you'd have to do some comparative runs on them to see how well the what do you call it? How well the attack power and everything else in between is, because everything's very similar. The attack speed's a little bit different, but then you've got better armor pen on the Crag Jorgensen, so there's that as well. Rugged Harpoon, 2100, that's insane as well. Deals 400 damage over 3 seconds. And then what do we got here? The Akutak, I think that's how you pronounce it. So that's a food. So damage to ghosts, max health 700, and damage to ghosts 150 for the temp buff. And then you got the spicy hearty soup, It's again, okay, so plus 1 fire percent firearm resistance, and then you got max health 700 plus 5% firearm resistance, and then you got the strong extract that gives you 25 extra damage as a permanent buff, and then temp buff, so you got 700 health and 150 extra damage. And yeah, and that one is actually only made at the bonfire, whereas the other two are made at the kitchen. So there you have it. So that's basically what we get to expect to see once you guys have the ability to craft them yourselves. And then there is a lot of updates regarding the repair bench, the dismantling benches as well, the lab and bait workshops and stuff like that. So if we actually have a quick squiz at those and have a bit of a suss out, so let's have a look over here. I've got most of them over here actually, funny enough. Okay, so I haven't actually got you upgraded to level 6, so I can't actually show you that unfortunately, but actually the steel fasteners, the actual icon has changed. That's updated. I noticed that because the other reason why I noticed that is because I have been trying to get a lot more a lot more steel. So there you have it. Okay, so this is already level 5, this dismantling bench, and that's what you're going to need for level 6. So it's going to require just a little bit. 10-day wait time as well. It's something that you got to sort of consider as well. 10-day wait time as well to get that upgraded too. So you probably want to have and ensure that you've got your stuff upgraded. You got your weapons repaired and things like that to take you through 10-day waits. Yeah, it's going to take a little while, unfortunately, but look, you got to play the long game, as they say. You got to play that long game. And then we've got the stable over here as well. We can also upgrade this, and that's basically level 3 for me. And that's basically what's required for that, because I did upgrade this a little while back. So we can start to begin to upgrade this as well. So that's one thing. I've got over there, the cow shed is finally upgradable, as well as the chicken coop. This is only level 1 for me, so don't need to worry about that just yet. And the pets, now the pets for me, I still need to upgrade this to level 4, so I can't really show you that either, unfortunately. But what I wanted to do as well, if we head over to Silverton real quick, I also want to sort of quickly see the changes with the traders as well. So I want to grab some, once I find it, grab some of that. And okay, look, I'm still holding out, it's supposed to be salt into spice, so that's what I'm hanging on to. But as you can see, I've got a lot, and I could actually use some of the spice. What I would also love to see, which I think that this would probably happen in future updates as time goes on. Remember, when it's a new update, when it's new everything, you just got to understand that the whole dynamic in terms of how the game is upgrading and scaling up, and how plays are progressing as well. It's obviously going to take time for everything else to sort of catch up, and I would imagine things like that will happen later on. Oh, my icon's changed too. They did say they improved the transit times as well, so which is a nice thing to see. So that's always a good thing, to suss out, I guess. But as I said, let's have a quick looky-loo. Now, I think Martha said we can apparently there was something about upgrading fabric rolls or something like that. I have no idea. But doesn't look like there's any change there, unfortunately. We also have this as well. Actually, I've got a ton of that, which I could probably part with just to sort of get some more strong leather. I've got 30 there at the moment. The other reason why I've got that is just for the upgrade for the stone cutter table. But yeah, that's basically why I'm effectively holding out on that. Okay, so this is what I need. I think I can do that. I think I can do this and get myself an extra 3 nuggets. I'll do that in my own time, but I just want to actually suss that out. And ooh, also, I did myself a little raid, and this is what I got. Oh, nice, good. I'm glad I got more steel parts, because that is hard. That is hard for me at the moment. Just getting parts of anything, gun parts, anything basically. Now, apparently, if we go to the saloon, we can do these trades. So I'm keen to see how this all works out. Okay, so you can actually, so you can only purchase in coins of salt, but you can actually trade. All right, so I think there was a bit of a mix-up with regards to loading into the game, whereas with this is basically what we're sort of supposed to be seeing. Okay, so in order for you to get more spice, you basically just trade some salt, and I know I've got a lot of salt, so I'm happy to trade as much. And as you can see, that was 100. Okay, so 10 per spice. You only get 10 you only get 1 in return, which is a bit of a, you know, it's a bit of a I guess what do you call it, I guess an unfair balance, but I would have liked to have seen it being at least half of that per one, like you do with all the other bits and pieces. Like if you go back and if you go and wanting to get, say, I don't know, some perfect strong leather, you'll need to sacrifice 5 thick leather in order for you to get that one singular strong leather, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think something like that could probably change. Obviously there's a reason behind that, and when I say that, basically it's more around only because the scaling side of things. All right, so they're not going to make it that much easier for us to upgrade and get ourselves up and running sooner rather than later. It's going to be only those that can actually afford to do it, that have got the resources, like you've just seen for me. That's basically the only reason why I did just that. Was it worth it? Probably not. But for me, I had so much salt there. It was a ridiculous amount. It was taking up a bit of room in my ranch, so that's the only reason why I did that. So just wanted to sort of be clear with you guys and sort of give you guys that information. But anyway, aside from that, the only other thing I sort of wanted to sort of touch on, and again I'm referring back to my 7.1 notes that I've got here. If we go back to the article, here we go. As we're sort of looking at here, we sort of discussed the rare food as well. The other thing, other tier 6 enhancements. The old road and emergency stop is tier 6 now. You can only activate this is if your player level is above 115. Unfortunately, in my case at the moment, I'm only sitting on 109. So for a little while, I will not be able to see tier 6 items drop in the old road and the emergency stop, unfortunately. And then the tier 6 quests, the bounty hunt and the West Star quests can be tier 6 as well. You may find tier 6 resources, ingredients, canned food in the northern herbs and other useful stuff at Bandit's hideout. So it is possible for now for us to get tier 6 items. Now, it hasn't specified exactly which Bandit's hideouts that we're going to be able to find those tier 6 items. I would suspect with most, in most cases, and pretty much if not all, it's going to be at the cultist camp, and if we're lucky, maybe the interflu. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping with the interflu. That might be the case for us. But otherwise, for everything else, all other improvements. Okay, so the other thing is they changed the trader location, renamed to Smugglers. Now I'm pretty sure that's the roaming trader. So not the so not like the trader house or anything like that. So if you get the trader popping up on your mini map, on your over map, it should be just called Smugglers. And that's basically where you've got Adam McCoy, Mal Baynolds, I believe it is. That's how you can sort of difference those to your regular traders, if that makes sense. They did also rebalance the Spirit Cave as well as a rebalance. So basically the number of enemies were reduced, and the shooting range of ghost archers have been increased to make the final fight more thrilling and intense. And then they did a fertility rebalance with horses as well. So 2 to 3, and pets are 2 to 4. So it's all randomized. So you don't know exactly what you're going to get. And otherwise, now they also, that was one other thing I wanted to look at as well. Yeah, so they played around with the temperature. I'm just looking at this here. I'm just sort of seeing, okay, let's go to another. Yeah, so they removed the plus and minus system for the temperature side of things. So the only thing I'm not too sure about is, do we still need warmer foods or cooling liquids in order to sustain ourselves in those respective cold and hot locations. So that's one thing I'm sort of going to be interested in looking at, having a bit of a peek see. The other thing I wanted to mention as well, they did change the snowy maple forest location and the mountain outpost. So the mountain outpost is now to the side, out of the way, but now you've got a cluster of the snowy maple forest here, and then you've also got the highlands here as well, which is still close by. So highlands stayed, mountain lake stayed where it is. It's just the snowy maple forest that had changed over, and the mountain outpost took its position there. So I just wanted to sort of cover that off with you guys today. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it here for me. I just wanted to sort of give you guys a bit of an update to 7.1. My next video is we're going to be heading back into the Boreal wilds as well, because I really need to go into the Boreal forest in particular in order for me to get more logs and things like that, so we can better prepare ourselves. And also we'll kill some animals as well, get their hides and things like that, and prepare ourselves for the next workstation. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. Leave a like, share if you can, and if you guys are new to the channel or not and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching, appreciate your support by the way, and I will see you guys in the next one.